Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now, move your body, drink some water. Whoops. We're the explosion. We gotta start this over because we messed up, man. I don't believe it. Damn. Let's get it. My mind is in 1,000 places. Running this mighty races. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now, grab your glass for some water. Get your tail out on the water. There's the picture of the water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now, move your body and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Stretch. Move your body, drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now, raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Or should I say, breathe, drink, eat, move. 4 pillars of health, family. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink, 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 drink. Family, drink your water. Man. All right. So I just found out I can take better control of my mic on Spreaker. And I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to see what's going on with this little piece that I got popping off here. We're up live on Facebook. We're up live on YouTube as usual. But for some reason, I'm not getting anything on my is anybody on Gye-Nyame Media.live? I'm trying to figure out what's going on because I'm not getting anything. Now I'm sneezing. I'm sore from skating. I forgot we had a what's up, Miss Navita Nelson? It's good to see that you up and around. How are you feeling better? Sending shouts out to Miss Navita. She just had knee surgery. And hopefully she is recovering well. Family, you know we have the ADOS conference coming up, but what we need to talk about right now is the fact that we have to cancel this month's G&J Mall. I know. Don't you start on them goddamn keys. Don't you start on them keys. So, when we started the G&J Mall, one of the things I made sure that I talked to people about, at least mentioned, was that during the football season, when they would have home games, we would have to cancel the mall because we didn't want to interfere with the schools, with what the school got going on. So, the school has a game, and I want them to be able to fully do what they do, you know. So we have to go on and, you know, and it might be one of those big games too. So we don't want to expose. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. So I don't want to add to that craziness. So we need to go on and cancel this month's G&J Mall, but we still got to get these articles done. We got the ADOS conference coming up next week. I still have maybe one, possibly two more tickets left. So those people that are interested in going, tickets are already got purchased. Shouts out to Sister Kim. She sent us 3 from Wazadugu. And she got them just a little bit before me. So all of the tickets are in the overflow area. So let me say that. So we're going to be in the overflow area. And it's going down. So I'm looking forward to this. So we can see some of the agenda items for ADOS. For those that want some more information about ADOS, go to ADOS101.com. We doing anything for this weekend? No. Writing. Yes. We're writing. We're writing for the newsletter. That's what we need to be doing. I will let you know because maybe some people might want to get together and do something. You know what I'm saying? Writing is what we doing. Newsletter is due. Right? Now, I'm halfway done with my article. I usually try to have about 3 of them, but might only have 2. And I got some old articles from. That's one of the good things about posting as much as I did back in the day on my blogs. Is up. I see you put a lot of thought into that. Into what? I don't know. There go to Yoda messing with me. Y'all better get Yoda. Y'all better get him. All right, so family, first off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Almighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey media. That's right. That's right. And, of course, you know this is Daily Toast and it's a Heart of a Simple production. We strive to blow up your old paradigms. Nah, because I just got I just got some clarity yesterday on the mall. I was sure that it was going down, but, after talking to some of the people that are involved in organizing the sports events, this was going to be a little bit bigger than I was originally thinking. So it would be best for us to move out the way. So I haven't even had an opportunity to think about what we going to do. So that's where we are right now. But I want to say great Nia to everyone. I want to give all those Nia babies a round of applause. Yeah, I had to fire some of the crowd. They wasn't producing. Wasn't producing. And I figured that economically I could get more out of a few than a lot. See, every time, all I gotta do is point. Other ones, they was just chilling, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even clap when it was the proper time to clap. So I had to go on and give them the boot. Ain't that right? But with that, I lost the thunder because the rest of my crew, they unionized. And we at Gye-Nyame Journey, we support unions. Even though it can't hurt the businessman's pocket a little bit, it does protect the workers. So I'm gonna give her that, and we're gonna have some negotiations about her thunder roll. Because for those that don't know, a phoenix is the Native American thunderbird. It's the thunderbird, right? Appeasement claps are the new thing for today. Man, gonna give Brother Kwame a round of applause. He really appreciates y'all. He misses the other crowd, but he wasn't coaxing them to clap on time when the brother asked him. Say, well, I give them the signal, they be playing. It's kind of hard keeping all these spirits organized. You know what I'm saying? Working together, I do my job. They got to do their job. He said, don't pacify him. What y'all say about that? That's what, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, and here's for Sister Navita to get well. Watch how what it say? That darn YouTube acting a damn fool. That's what I'm wondering. I don't know what's going on. She said my YouTube is acting a damn fool. So maybe YouTube just don't like me. I might have to just go to YouTube Live and see what's up. Okay. So the chats are up now. But you saying the sound is not good. It's still choppy, huh? Let's see. Yeah, listen to that shit. I might have to just go to YouTube Live. Get that shit and see what's up. It sound, and I don't even have a mic plugged in. So the chats are up now. But you saying the sound? It sound like I'm speaking through a fan. Listen to that shit. I might have to just go to YouTube Live. Get that shit and see what's up. Do it still sound like I'm talking through a fan? It sound, and I don't even have a mic plugged in. So the chats are up now. But you saying it sound like I'm speaking through a fan. Listen to that. Oh, they didn't even do shit. They didn't even do nothing.
Still sound like a truck to a fan.
Yeah.
It sound, and I don't even have the mic up there.
Why is it doing that? But it's not doing the same thing on Facebook. I don't understand. All right. I see. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to figure that out and get that together. Get that whole piece together, because it's, you're right. It's acting like a damn fool. Sounds like you're speaking through a fan and in the darkness of the forest at night. All right, Kwame, got a roll going on. Give it up. Give it up. The iOS user is funny. Come on, give it to him. Thank you. And keep it up. Let's take a couple pictures of his foolishness real quick. Another picture. I got you, Kwame. Don't worry about it. We got you, Kwame. Uh-huh. All right. One more picture of him. Come on. Go on, pose this time, Kwame. All right, cool. There we go. All right. So, let's get on with this toast. Once again, G&J Mall is canceled. But family, make sure you support us at freegnjecourse.com. That's free, gnjecourse.com. Go and get down with the tribe, learn some of our ways, and boom, boom, boom. Man, listen. I had an experience last night. Kwame is on. Kwame done came to Facebook. Miss Navita says she laughing. I wrote a book some years ago, specifically for the school, and I'm using a lot of the mythology, or a lot of mythology from Gye-Nyame. So of course, G is wrapped all up in there. The Yami people is wrapped all up in there. Only those that are familiar with with Gye-Nyame lore, right? And so I went skating last night, and so I'm walking by one of the families, and the child goes, "How you doing, Mr. Brown?" I said, How you doing, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown. One of the parents stopped me, her and her sister. They stopped me. Like, what? Mr. Brown, we gotta talk. I said, good talk or bad talk? Say, I just want to know what this M7 is, and this U7. I said, oh, okay, yeah, that's one of the classes we do. So I sat down with her. I said, oh, cool. So I sat down. I said, come on, we can sit down and talk about it. I said, the M7. So I said, baby, you know what the M7 is? And she starts saying them. She starts saying them out of order. Because in order for the system to work, they got to learn it in order. So I said, it's unity, self-determination, respect, gratitude, purpose, creativity, and trust. Those are the principles upon which the school is built. And we try to educate the children on how to use those principles. And the U7 is the opposite of the M7. The U7 stands for unbalanced 7. And it's composed of fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth. She said, stop. And started laughing. She said, that's where she got that word from. I said, what word? She said, she called my mama a sloth. And my mama was wondering where she got that word from. And she started talking about the M7 and the U7. And she called, I said, ooh, okay, all right. So I have to go on and I have to go and go a little bit more in depth about who to apply some of this M7 language with, because I didn't want to get into it like, well, what was Grandma doing that she called her a sloth? You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of explained what sloth is. How this is used, I guess I had to be responsible, but might have been some slothiness going on. She ain't get slapped, did she? She said, nah, she ain't slapped her, but they started laughing about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying because like what I told the children is, that the M7, what does the M stands for in M7? Oh, Navita, you shouldn't act stuff like that in public. You should know. That stands for Millennium 7. right? Which we kind of talk about in my free e-course, you know. But anyway, we had to adjust what we were doing as far as community-wide, had to adjust it for the schools, so created the M7. Anyway, so I taught the children that each of the principles had this polarity, blah blah blah. We're not getting too deep, but each one of our principles had a twin, right? You know what I'm saying? Had an opposite. Let's just put it that way. Had a polarity, right? And either one could cancel the other out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like boom, boom. And we work through that. That's the type of stuff we do. At least I have to go on and create. That's what I do. Cause that's what I do, right? And I love doing that type of stuff. So so we want to give the baby a round of applause. We don't want to give her a round of applause for calling Grandma a star, but we want to give her a round of applause for starting a conversation in her family about our principles. Give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't reach them all. But the ones that I do reach, I want to give them a round of applause. That's right. That's right. Out of mouth of babes, you know what I'm saying? Because he said they said she started laughing, Grandma started laughing and stuff. She wanted to know where she got that word from and stuff like that. So, we pulled a U7 out of the African openings to the Tree of Life. If I can find the quote, the quote says, the unbalanced passions are opposed to consciousness. Fear, envy, greed, sloth, lust, pride, anger are opposed to consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I think I got to make sure that in the African openness of the Tree of Life, they describe it as unbalanced. Because I think we might have threw the unbalanced on there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, throw a little balance on them, these things could work. You know what I'm saying? Throw a little bit of balance on it. They're unbalanced. But anyway, they can pull energy from your efforts with the M7 or the Nguza Saba. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, fear counteracts unity. You understand? Envy counteracts self-determination. You know what I'm saying? You can't be self-determined if you envious. You try to be somebody else. You jealous of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. All right, but anyway, let's get into this toast. Let me see what we got on. We got anything in the chat? All right, no, nothing in the chat. Y'all ain't got no questions for me, so I'm gonna go and grab. It's ambrosia. I'm so behind on ambrosia too. It's ridiculous, family. But it's a good reason. 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 The reasons that we're here. The reasons that we, So, here we go. Clear your mind. Take your breath. Let's do this toast. First off, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. We raise up our glass and we salute that Creator and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. From their family, what we do, where we go, how far do we go, right? We lift up our glass and we salute our personal ancestors. And I had the list of all those personal ancestors are in the room with us. All right. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texas, Anna Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Ann Gaston, Eileen, Chris Humphrey, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown. Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Flora, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pet Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Farmer, Ella Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlo Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William, Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jonathan Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Ritterman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Beatty Farmer, Ghost Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, Mary Moss, Pia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Serenia Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester. I wonder if it's the phone and I wonder. I'm going to experiment with my other phone today. Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Ward, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinelli, Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winter Priest, Scandalberry, Wilson Hadley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Izzy Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Swan Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First Days Troy, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christy Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, lost mine. Kimbo Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Senior had Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Prince Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Ian West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beer, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick, Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekel Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Laura Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Coker, George Swan, Imani Gracie, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We have Shaka McNair. We have Anthony Brown. We have Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McKill, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monga III, Tamari Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jashandra, Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al Lauti, Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, she said, is it? She said, happy belated born day to our eternal warrior, brother G2 Gibson, Greg Gibson, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Dr. Karimi Mackey, William R. Mackey, which is known as Dr. Karimi R. Mackey. We want to give that a round of applause. And brother G2 gets the Phoenix Cry. Victor Bowden, Chusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Talar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright. We raise our glass and we say, Ashe. All right. And we move on. From there, we move to the present moment. Right now, we are on Nia, family. We are on Nia once again. Els Nia's babies. Get a round of applause. All right. So Nia, we want to activate our reticular formations, and we want to seek out Nia in all the places where we are. We want to make sure that we out here seeking out Nia, finding Nia, making sure Nia is working. You understand what I'm saying? Huh. No, that won't work. Anyway, so we want to we want to think about Nia. We want to find it. For those that don't speak the language, Nia means purpose. So we're going to get out here and we're going to find purpose. And if you know some purpose babies, take pictures of purpose babies. Post them up on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Because we want to have, in the newsletter, we want to have pages dedicated to each principle. I think it's only fair. All right? So anyway, we're working on that. So anyway, family, we want to raise our glass to Nia. For those that don't know, speak the language, Nia means purpose. The demonic principle of the day is balance. The color is yellow. Rhythm is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Kofi. Female name is Afua. We raise our glass to this present moment because in this moment is where all our power is, and we want to get that power. We want to use that power so that we can keep a strong relationship with our ancestors who's sending us power. We want to use that power to make sure that we are able to build for our children, our children's children unto infinity, right? So we toast this moment and we say Ashe. From this moment, family, where do we go? We move. Gina, can you go get your watch? Because I want to see how the alarm works. It's up here. I put it up there on the dresser to wake y'all up.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this, then go.
Any pics from camp? We got videos. A few pics. More videos. I did more videos than pics. So from there we move to our future, our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We raise our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to all of our relations and we raise that glass and we say, Ashe. From all of our relations, where we go? Right? This is that selfish toast, family. What is it that you need? Right? What you need in this moment to move towards your greatness. Now, I'm sure Shamar and Deshaun probably took pictures, but I did more videos. So we lift up our glass for what would it take to help you move into your greatness right now. We say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most outstanding, the most beloved, the most wise, the strongest individual in the room. I lift my glass up to you. And of course, you know what we do. We say, Ashe, Ashe, for Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And on top of that, we say Cat N and be on. And speaking of Cat N, be looking for the newsletter. It'll be out after the conference because I want to make sure I get some stuff from the conference up there. Oh shit! Tastes better. All right, here we go. So, family, are there any questions? Now, remember, there will be no G&J Mall this week. So, all those people that, if you sent money in, let me know so that I can make sure that we get you your money back. All right? So, there will be no G&J Mall this week. I only had one person pay in advance that I know of. So I have to find a way to get, because I don't even remember who she is. I got to remember who she is so I can get back in contact with her. But family, other than that, we will have our Toast and Talk Kuumba. We will make up for last week. Go a little bit more in depth on some of the stuff that we missed this week. You know, maybe talk about some folk tales and stuff like that. You know, who knows where it's going to go. So family, I'm about to get up. I'm out. Don't mind the next couple of messages because I'm about to test and see if it's this phone or is it this phone's mic or is it just the way I have things set up on Streamlabs. Alright, So I'm going to be testing. I want to test the YouTube. All right, this is Brother Tim, and I am out. Peace.